Hey folks, so today I'm going to be talking to you about the UE Megaboom. UE Megaboom is a Bluetooth audio speaker. So it's kind of what it says on the tin. What I'll do is I'll go through a couple of the key features whilst I've been using it. I'll tell you a couple of things to watch out for based on my own experience, and then also provide a demo as well. Now, bearing in mind that this is obviously going to be streamed through YouTube, it's going to probably have an impact on the quality. However, the demo should give you an idea of how the volume peaks up and down, but also ideally how the bass and treble work, because you probably won't get that mid-range on something like YouTube because of the compression. So what we'll go to first is a couple of the key features. Feature number one, it is a Bluetooth speaker, so obviously you can connect via Bluetooth. If you don't have Bluetooth on your phone or you just don't want to use Bluetooth, you can buy a separate 3.5mm cable. And it's effectively regular audio jack out your headphones, unless you have an iPhone 7, and then regular audio jack into the bottom of this. With it being Bluetooth, if you are connecting via Bluetooth, the rated battery life is up to 20 hours. With my usage, I've probably found it's more like 16 to 17. Depends on how loud you have the speakers. So the louder you have it, the more power you have to push to the two drivers that are inside, the two 2-inch drivers. So therefore, the shorter the life of the battery is. If you do drain it completely, and it will tell you when it starts to get low based on the Bluetooth connection symbol on your phone, you can charge it back up. It takes about 2.5 hours to charge it from empty to full, which isn't too bad considering you get about 16, 17 hours of playback. Now, one of the neat features of this product, and I haven't tested it, this particular feature, because I don't want to risk it, but it is waterproof. It's IP7 rated. And what that effectively means, it can be submerged in up to 1 meter of water for up to half an hour. Real life scenarios where that would be applicable is, say for example, you want to take it in the bath with you, not into the bath itself, but in a bathroom where it can get really high humidity if you've got the door shut whilst you're having a bath and it's a hot bath. Normally you shouldn't really take other speakers in there, particularly your phone. If you want to leave your phone outside the bathroom, but you want to take your speaker in, this will be absolutely fine in that scenario. If you're that way inclined, you want to take it in a shower with you, it will be absolutely fine in that scenario. In reality, a more realistic thing will be if you're outside, say for example on a bench and you're playing this and it starts to rain, this is actually fine to continue playing in the rain, because obviously it's not fully submerged at that point, but it is watertight enough so that water isn't going to get in and ruin your device, which is actually pretty handy for a portable speaker, particularly if you're taking it outside. One of the other kind of things to note is it is up to 90 decibels in terms of volume, so that's an important thing to know about portable speakers. For comparison, 90 decibels probably sounds to the average person like a food blender. If you can remember how loud food blenders are, and when you're blending food you have to talk quite loud over it, that's the sort of experience you're going to get when this is on max. So that's kind of one thing to consider. Now, whilst I've been using it, I find that if I do max it past about 80% of its available volume, it does start to get a little bit tinny. But that's kind of what I would expect from a portable speaker if I do try and push the speaker too far. That's generally what you get from any kind of speaker. If you do try and push it past its kind of available volume, that it is going to start to get a bit tinny. Probably one of my favourite features, and I'll show you in a second, is the Siri integration. So, and that's the sound of the speaker turning on. So the Siri integration effectively allows you to not have your phone near you or next to you. So the example I gave about being in a bathroom, being in the bath and the speaker near you, but your phone's outside of the bathroom. This directly integrates with an iOS device and Siri. So if you click the Bluetooth button once, you can actually give it commands and it will listen to you. So, play Beats One radio.
Beats One live and direct to you.
I'm going to pause that, just because I really don't want YouTube to take the video down in case it notices any particular track. I do have some royalty-free music that I'm going to play, so we'll go to some royalty-free stuff that I've got queued up. And what this will do is it will show you, hopefully, an idea of the audio quality. So let's find a video here that's worth using. There we go. So right now, we've got this on low, so this is 2 bars. that's 4 bars. So that is effectively pushing it to probably about 20%. Push it a bit more. So this is probably the volume that I would normally have it at, as if it was in a room like this. I've already got this preset to be balanced out for an enclosed space, so you can balance it using the UE Megaboom app to effectively tell it I'm in a bit of a smaller space, so change the mids to lower them down, keep the bass quite high, keep the treble quite high. I'm going to raise the volume again. So at this point it starts to get quite loud. This is 50% volume, so I would probably normally not have it much higher than this. Hopefully you can hear the bass coming out pretty well, and hopefully in some of those peaks you can hear the treble coming out quite well. Going to put the volume up again. You can kind of hear it's pretty loud right now. Now this is about 80% volume, pretty loud. I'm definitely not having it much louder than this. In fact, if you do go louder, you start to see the tinniness of the treble coming through. So this is probably as loud as I normally have it in any given scenario, unless I was outside and I did want it louder. Now I'm not going to put it louder in the test, because I don't want to annoy my neighbours either, so I'm going to bring that down. Won't scare my dog either. Cool. So effectively this is kind of a quiet background volume, but that hopefully gives you an idea of the quality and the volume of the speaker, because I guess volume is sometimes what a lot of people care about. How loud can a portable Bluetooth speaker go? This can go pretty loud with its two 2-inch speakers. Well, two 2-inch drivers, but effectively they're speakers, and it can give you 360 audio, so you don't have to point the speaker in a particular direction. And it also has little cavities inside, so it effectively reverberates the speaker sounds out all around the actual bass. So I'm going to keep this playing. The couple of things that I kind of mentioned there that are, in my opinion, things that let the device down. When it does get past about 80, it does start to get a little bit tinny. Not too much of a problem because I kind of expect it, and I would very rarely use it past about 80% of its volume. Second thing is the fact that when I originally had the UE Boom app, it's a bit confusing using it to, not being able to use that, sorry, to play the Megaboom, and also then having to download a completely different app for effectively the same family of speakers. It's not really a downside, it just got me when I was trying to set the device up, so there's that to be aware of. What you do get in the box, like I say, is a garishly yellow charger. They've always had this for their line of speakers, and also a micro USB cable. If you have any other USB cable, micro USB, you can use that, it doesn't really matter, and you can use any other wall charger. Depending on the output, it will just charge quicker or slower. I'm using this one because you really have to try pretty hard to lose it. So those are the two things that come in the box. Comes pretty well packaged. Got that here. So pretty big speaker box that comes in. You slide that out and effectively unclip it, and you can see there it comes packaged pretty safely, so the idea is the speaker just goes in there and all the stuff for it just closes up. It's not bad. So that's effectively my impressions of the UE Megaboom. Really all it comes down to is the fact that, say for example, you like to listen to portable speakers, but you haven't quite found one that's right for you. Say you've bought cheap kind of £40 speakers before, the battery probably doesn't last long enough for you, or it's not loud enough, and if it is loud, the quality just disappears when it gets it louder. The UE Megaboom is probably a product you want to think about investing in, purely for the fact that although it is an investment, you do get a heck of a lot more volume out of it, up to 90 decibels as I say, and with that volume does come quality until you kind of start to pick out the peak of that volume range. The battery lasts a long time, although I haven't found it to last quite as long as 20 hours. That'll be based on average usage. You can play about with the equalizer settings. I've pretty much always got it set to enclosed space because it's usually always dotted around the house. and it's with that waterproof feature, it is really handy. Lots of people do take their speakers into the bathroom with them, and they've got the door closed and it gets humid. You shouldn't be really doing that. You're probably shortening the life of your speaker. With something like this, you really don't have to worry about it. So that's my kind of relatively short, concise review of the UE Megaboom. It is what it says on the tin. It's a good Bluetooth portable speaker. You get the quality that you pay for. You get the build quality particularly, and also the style. So obviously this is the blue one. It does come in red and black as well. So that's pretty good. So depending on what style you want, or if it matches something else in your house, you can go for something like that. So thank you guys for watching today's review. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. If you've got any questions, post them there. And also a quick thank you to AO for also providing the product, sending it out for review. I'll catch you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.